So welcome to, from the desk of the Executive Director, Back Bay, even though we're not on the desk, we're out on location.
Yes, sir.
And this is Demetrius, and I have been trying to get Demetrius on camera for a long time. Just found out he's camera shy, so it's all good, right? But Demetrius is the artist of this amazing mural here on the side of the Inez Cafe, or what was the Inez Cafe, right?
Yes, sir.
Of the Biloxi Beach Wade-In, which is a historical point, gosh, in the history of the Civil Rights Movement, right?
Yes,
across the Deep South and even across the North. And it's a beautiful story, a powerful story, and a story that needs to be told so that we keep on keeping on, like one of the individuals said today. So Demetrius, I just want to ask you, you're a Biloxi original, right? You grew up here.
I grew up, born and raised off Cal Avenue, 159 Cal Avenue. That's where I was born and raised.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how did you become an artist?
Ever since I was a baby. My dad, watching him, he's still into the art a little bit, oil paintings and everything. But he never really just actually taught me one-on-one, I just picked it up, That's everything I learned in life, always been just seeing what somebody doing, I just pick it up, And I was always interested in it. In my first contest, I won the 4th or 5th grade with the VFW. I got a $200 saving bonus, so that's what made me really push after that and started. It never stopped since then.
So when was that you got the savings bonus?
That was at Howard too. I was in the 4th grade. I'm 44 years old now, so.
I was in the 3rd grade. I won an award for my art piece, and it was a clown. Wow, just ridiculous.
Mine was a bookmark.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bookmark.
I think yours is better. I don't know. Mine was a clown. It kind of looked like a pig to me. It was very strange. So tell us a little bit about the mural and how you got involved in this. And I know you've done other murals across the city, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
Across the state and nation?
Yes, sir. In Laurel, Mississippi, I done one.
Laurel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and I was hired by Mississippi Gulf Coast, what's the design studio?
Yeah.
The first mural was in By Augusta, the Bridgeway. I was hired to do that one. And after that came this mural.
So tell us about this mural a little bit. How long did it take you to actually complete?
It took me about, I'd say about 3 months.
3 months, okay.
3 months.
And it's in black and white and gray, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's purposeful, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because that's more of the vintage type, history, black and gray. Before color, color TVs, you have black and gray. And I think when people see black and gray, it gives you a more of a vision like of being something that's happened in the past instead of, the future.
Yeah. And this was the late 50s, and it was 1968 when finally the beach was desegregated, right? By government order. Do you know anything about the people that were actually a part of the Wade-In?
Well, I know Miss Clay because I was, like I said, born and raised on Cal Avenue.
Yeah.
Miss Clay, I talked to all of them, and I had started realizing that they was a part of it. But when I actually was doing it, the only person that I did really know was Mr. Mason and Mr. James Black. That's the only 2 people I really knew until everybody else was like, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me.
Well, it seems like actually half of the folks I've talked to, Dr. Mason was their doctor. It's been interesting.
He was my
right?
doctor.
He was my doctor, right? Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of amazing, actually.
Yes, sir.
That's incredible deep connections.
Yes,
so what does this story have to say to you, the story of the Wade-In desegregation of beaches?
It says a lot to me. I mean, it touched my spirit, for one, because I had a choice to paint what I wanted to on the side of the building.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had a choice to paint anything I wanted to. Because when we talked to the Ms. Inez kids, they was telling us, as long as my mother has a spot on a mural somewhere on there, you can put anything else you want to. But my spirit, some just talked to my spirit and told me, go with the Wade-In. And that's what I seen better on the side of the wall versus what I was going to put at first with a little kid trying to inspire, the kids, the youth in their neighborhoods. I was going to put like a little child blowing, what you call it, I forgot the name, dandelion.
Oh, dandelion.
Yeah, I was gonna have it like that's like reseeding the community because once a dandelion spreads everywhere, it grows everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I was gonna have colorful dandelion spreading through the neighborhood. But that's why I want to get on the back end eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Well, it's fantastic. We're really grateful. I'm grateful because I think I came down here 3 years ago now to the coast of Mississippi here to do some research on the civil rights movement, and I came upon that sign actually in a whole installation on the beach about the Wade-In. And it's a story that I only heard snippets of, but then to kind of hear the whole story, see the whole story, and then now today especially experience the story.
Appreciate you, man.
So, and this is one of the gentlemen that was actually in the Wade-In when he was 13 years old.
A lot longer than that. I joined NAACP when I was 9 years old. So we started protesting, and we were able to liberate. So all the theaters was white here.
Yeah.
We had one theater right there in that vacant lot there, the other side of Tyrone, called the Harlem Theater. But we wasn't allowed to go to the Avenue Theater. The old Biloxi Theater was on the corner of the Mule right here, and the Singer Theater. We couldn't go in those places. But we had to boycott those, and eventually we did boycott them, and they said, well, okay, we'll give them the Singer. They gave us the Singer Theater. Matter of fact, it was a gentleman from Keesler, black fella, that retired, and he used to run the theater.
Huh.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
They gave that to us, and we said, well, why can't we go to the Singer? So we started, after they gave that to us, we said, we'll go to the Singer. No, we go to the Singer Theater.
Because you were sneaking into bathrooms, the white bathrooms.
Oh, you're talking about the. I used to go
You
to.
told me, right?
I used to go to the bus station. Okay. The local bus, the Greyhound bus station. Blacks couldn't use the white bathrooms, and we would crawl up under the door and use them anyway because they kept them cleaner than they kept the one that had that for us. And they also had the water fountains says color and white. We drink out the white water fountain. They catch us, we run out there. Myself, another.
So how old were you when you were doing this?
Oh, like about 9, 10.
So you were like a young activist.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Leroy, I think this is Mr. Leroy behind the pastor.
Yeah. Really?
That's it right there.
That pastor is the executive director.
And I was showing them in that picture, you'll see a 18-wheeler back of the door of 18-wheeler. In that same picture, they put us in that 18-wheeler. It took us at right there where the filling station is. Right behind it was a fire station and the Biloxi police station, City Hall. And they locked all us up that was in that 18-wheeler. And some of them made bond. And after the adults got out, Dr. Mason then they got lawyers on the phone and then the judges released. They released me. I got to post no bond, and I was juvenile anyway. So
Right.
They released most of us.
You were 13.
Yeah.
13 years old.
Well, I'm honored to be in your presence.
All right, Mr. Leroy.
Great. So that was a good drop.
Yeah, that was a good drop.
So, I just want to say that I'm honored really to be in Demetrius's presence as an artist and an activist in your own right, because like they were talking about today, it's really art, right? It's art that keeps the movement going, that shows us the truth, and just continues to motivate us and empower us. And so hopefully this will be a real powerful moment in the history of Biloxi when kind of this part of Biloxi and Division and Main Street comes back alive. It is kind of the community it's been and it's meant to be, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you for your time and your
Thank
energy.
you for your time. Thank you for doing it.
Even though you're camera shy.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for joining us for this part of from the desk of the executive director with Demetrius and with the Biloxi community. Peace.